Good morning. Welcome to the Crawford County Commissioners Work Session for January 5th, 2022. Start with the Crawford County Regional Airport Authority.
Morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Morning, sir.
I'm doing well, gentlemen. How are you?
Good.
Good. We're here to reappoint Kevin Slosher and Jack Walter to the board for 4-year terms, ending in December 2025.
Okay. Any questions?
Will one of you be back next week to formally do it then?
I can, yes.
Okay, please.
Yep.
Thank you.
That'd be great.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Any questions, Francis?
No questions, sir.
Perfect. Works good. Thank you. Conservation?
Morning, Tracy.
Today requesting for approval and signature for the state certification of funds form, which I provided this morning, in the amount of $5,000 for the Ag Land Preservation Program. And then the second part to that request would be requesting the payment of that $5,000 in addition to the $4,500 for administrative expenses there for the Conservation District.
Okay. Any questions? All right. Thank you. Any questions, Francis?
All good.
Thank you. Okay.
Thanks, Tracy.
Domestic Relations?
Morning, Carla.
Good morning.
And Carla?
I'm here to present a cleaning contract for an increase effective January 1st, 2022. The increase is $55. Cost of the county is $19 per month. Last time we had an increase was 2019, and it has been approved by Attorney Button.
Don't worry, Francis. We just sawed Chris in half. We're okay.
So,
Well, I was wondering what you were cutting up. No.
Okay. I think we're good.
Yeah,
Any questions?
good.
Thank you, Carla.
Okay,
thanks,
thanks.
Carla.
The courts?
Morning, Heidi.
This morning, we're looking to ratify payment from a December 13th, 2021 invoice from Edward J. Hathaway Esquire for legal services. That amount is $5,000.
Okay.
And also, we're requesting to purchase 4 Luminex 2 writers for the court reporters. The total is $21,180 from Stenograph LLC. This is because they are no longer servicing the
Supported.
ones that we have, which are more than 10 years old. And this was supposed to be coming from CapEx.
I think you talked to Stephanie about that, correct?
We did.
Okay.
Yeah. She at the last meeting, I think we talked to
So
Stephanie.
the CapEx got adjusted then?
I think she
Not
was
yet
adjusting if she
officially,
wanted
but
to, yeah.
Was supposed to be being worked on.
Okay,
So not budgeted, but through CapEx.
okay.
Right, because at budget time, we talked about changing stuff over in there for that
Okay.
we had not used.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.
The district attorney?
Morning, Paula.
I'm here this morning for 2 items. First, to approve payment to the District Attorneys Association in the amount of $4,459.15, broken down for the expenses under the assessment under Act 1988 in the amount of $4,214.15. The DA membership dues, $125, and the membership dues for the 3 attorneys, $120. And then the second item is to approve the purchase of the 2022 Prosecutors Management System Maintenance and Upgrades in the amount, total cost of $6,196.
Okay. Any questions?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Any questions, Francis?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank
Thanks,
you.
Paul.
Have a great day.
You too.
Crawford County Treasurer?
Good morning.
Morning.
Christine.
I'm here requesting the ratification for the transfer of overpayment of the actuarial determined contribution for 2021 to match the amended report from the Corn Ferry dated 8/3/2021 in the amount of $34,725.
Okay.
Our payment was a little higher than, or lower than what they
Lower,
told us.
right,
it
the
was gonna
amended
be.
report reduced it,
Good,
so.
okay.
Okay, thank you.
Great.
thank you.
Public Safety, Greg?
Morning, Greg.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, Greg.
Requesting to renew an annual service agreement with Breathing Air Systems for our air trailer at a cost of $1,441.89. It's a budgeted expense. You had approved this at December 8th, but that quote had expired at that time, and there was about a $93 increase.
Okay.
And also, we're looking to approve the renewal of our maintenance agreement with the Priority Dispatch Corporation for our fire, medical, and police protocol systems at a cost of $10,350, and that is budgeted.
And Greg mentioned to me yesterday that this is a new expense because they're putting money towards the next gen 911, so they had to kind of defer the 15% that we had, so.
Okay.
That'll be recurring, right?
That will be recurring. We just had a meeting this morning across the northern tier, and Jeff Boyle from FEMA was on there, and they're gonna be trying to identify monies we used to use 83% funds for, probably moving to the 15% fund. So there's gonna be probably some give and take, but it'll probably all even out. in the end.
Okay. Thank you, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
Crawford County Planning?
Morning, Commissioners.
Morning, Zach.
First two items this morning, Tracy Crawford already spoke about, but it's the distribution of funding for both the or Farmland Bureau Preservation Board and the Conservation District. These funds come through Act 13, so I'm also asking for approval to distribute them
Okay.
as part of our process.
Okay.
It's not a duplication of funding, it's just both of us asking for
Okay.
authorizations. The third item is requesting approval to cover a reimbursement to Cambridge Springs Borough for their Church Street emergency culvert replacement. This was a culvert that went out in the borough, and they had an emergency that PennDOT identified the need to fix. Otherwise, it was going to impact traffic in the borough significantly. The total amount was $89,936.37. Excuse me, this was already approved and contracted under the county's Act 13 at-risk bridge program. This is actually the invoice for that work that was completed.
Okay, thank you.
Good, thanks.
Crawford County Care Center?
Good morning.
Morning, Tanya.
I'd like to request to ratify the maintenance service agreement with Blooming Valley Landscaping and Supply, and that's for plowing and salting services.
Okay.
And request to approve the contract with ACL, Associated Clinical Laboratories.
Okay.
And request to create 5 per diem temporary nurse aid positions, 3651-008 through 3651-012.
Okay. Any questions? Thank you, Tony.
Okay, thank you.
Crawford County Maintenance, Gina's gonna handle that.
Okay, there's a series of items that county maintenance would like to have ratified. The first one is an invoice from the courthouse remodeling project for the register and recorder remodel in the amount of $98.03, paid to Home Depot. The second one is invoices from the new backup 911 center project at the fairgrounds in the amount of $5,703.62 to Ace Contractor Center. The next one is approval to pay Rabe Environmental Systems to repair 2 pumps at the Renewed Life Haven in the amount of $2,019. The next one is the Wilkins Company to repair fire doors at the Renewed Life Haven in the amount of $2,745. Dangler Farm Garage to do inspection work for Fairgrounds Dump Truck, $1,352. Mark A. Johnson Electrical Contracting for Courthouse Remodeling Project and New Treasurer's Office in the amount of $163. I'm going to take this one out of order because it's also ratified in a Rabe Environmental Systems for service call at Renewed Life Haven, $540. And then in addition, there is an approval of a payment of the invoice for Courthouse Remodeling Project for the new VAC system, Tower Engineering, in the amount of $11,200.
Okay, any questions? Okay. Thank you. Human Services?
Morning, Gail.
Morning, Gail.
First item I have is ratification of payment to the Center for Family Services for the delivery of ERAP 1 services for the period 11/13 to 12/15 in the amount of $154,355.03 with no cost to the county. Second, ratification of payment to the Center for Family Services for ERAP 1 for the period 11/15 to 12/7 in the amount of $65,844.01. Payment to Crawford County Commissioners for the 2021 pension costs for mental health, ID, early intervention, and CYS in the amount of $508,278.50, and the county match on that is $74,620.81. Ratification for the creation of and posting of a full-time temporary clerk typist 2 emergency hire. It's a 90-day position that will be reevaluated if needed after the completion of the 90 days. PCCD grant award for the Child Advocacy Center in the amount of $46,977. And the period is 1/1/22 to 12/31/22. And these are state funds, and there's no county match on these funds.
Okay,
Purchase requisition to Parkside Psychological Associates for training and coaching of 5 staff on eye movement, desensitization, reprocessing. EMDR is a trauma treatment model that assists in the lessening of emotional distress around traumatic memories. And the total cost is $12,150, all paid with our Systems of Care grant funds. 2122 CYS JPO contract with Samantha Perrine for the delivery of MDIT coordination and child and family advocacy services. Total contract amount is $38,470, all paid with PCCD grant funds. A 2122 professional contract with Parkside Psychological for therapy and consultation for West End and Cockerton Elementary Schools. They're going to provide various levels of trauma and also assist with the SAP team. The total amount is $52,929, all paid with Systems of Care grant funds.
any questions for Gail? You'll be back next week, right?
Nope.
No.
Ah, see, I knew it. I'm gonna catch you. This is Gail's last presentation
Yes.
to the Crawford County Commissioners. So, on behalf of all of us, we certainly appreciate all the work you've done. You've been a great asset to our team, and Human Services is gonna miss you, and the people are gonna miss you.
Thank you.
The people in Crawford County certainly owe you a debt of gratitude for all
Thank
your
you.
work.
You guys have been great to work with and have been very supportive, and I'm sure that will continue with Sue.
We'll find
you.
ways to bring you back.
Right, we always have job postings on our website. Brittany actually can help you out with that. If you get
Well, thanks.
get us a resume, and we'll put it on
Yeah.
there.
All right,
All right.
thanks.
You could work a poll,
Yeah.
you know, all kinds of things.
Sheriff Powers,
Morning, Commissioners.
this is not
Morning,
your
Dave.
last meeting, Dave. Unfortunately, you have to keep coming back. to these meetings.
Yes, I do. I'm here for the Sheriff Association dues. They total $700. It's county assessment, $625. And then for myself, Chief Deputy Lagarde, and our solicitor, it's $25 each.
Okay, no problem. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
Finance,
Good morning.
morning, Stephanie.
For your approval, I have invoices totaling $5,594.85. The first is to the county project manager, Brian Noah. The amount is $5,481. This is invoice number 2, and it comes from various places, most of it with ARPA or revenue replacement through ARPA. The second is one invoice, 2 different items, both Star Imaging, and it does reimburse Brian Noah. So he paid Star Imaging for invoice number 6919 in the amount of $87.69 for part of the ventilation and air conditioning system. And also, he paid invoice number 6940 in the amount of $26.16 for the ventilation and air conditioning system. This will also come out of ARPA funds. And that will be it.
Any questions for Stephanie?
Just in the future, well, I'm sure we'll try to get those to be directly paid by the county instead of through Brian as
Yeah,
much
that
as
is our
possible. I mean,
preference.
Are those print
yes.
copies?
with just starting back in a position, I'm sure that there were some issues that he needed to take care of immediately.
I think those are blueprint copies,
Could
maybe?
be.
I'll make sure I.
Yeah, those-
communicate. Okay.
Those are blueprints Brian had to have printed. It was cheaper to have him printed locally than to drive up here and have it done here at the courthouse or to have it sent from Tower.
Thank you, Francis. Human
Sure thing.
Resources? Oh, go ahead. Oh, okay. Human Resources.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
I'm bringing the 2021 PCOMP Safety Improvement Grant application for $35,000, and this was used for multiple different safety and wellness improvement projects.
Thank you for gathering all the information.
Yeah.
That grant is a huge help for us to
Absolutely.
get some of the projects done. I know it's helping with some of Dave's projects, some of the other projects, so we appreciate it, so.
I serve on that PCOM board, and there are counties that do not avail themselves of this grant, and nobody can understand why. The organization is really trying to promote using these grants to help out the counties, and we think it's wonderful.
Sure, we can find more projects. if
Yeah,
they don't
we
want to use
could.
them.
They want to share.
Thank you, Brittany.
Thank you.
Commissioners?
Okay, the first item is to ratify the project manager agreement with Brian Noah, effective 11/15/21 to 11/14/22.
Okay.
Second item is to ratify the change of title for myself, removing the voting system specialist title, and applying that to Matthew.
Yeah, aren't you a little lucky guy, see?
Next item is approving payment of an invoice from Vote Heating and Cooling in the amount of $2,956.97 for furnace installation services at the Voter Services Barn, paid with CapEx funds.
That was a new furnace, right?
Yeah,
It was
we-
cheaper to do the new than the repair.
It was, and over the past, at least in my time, the past 7 years, each winter, we had to have a replacement, whether it be the motherboard, so to speak,
Oh, okay.
or I don't know the part names specifically.
So it was
for
just
furnaces,
repetitively
but
costing us money,
They were
so,
hefty,
okay.
yeah, they were hefty repairs each year, so this
Thank
was
you.
the cheapest way to
That
go.
needed to be done.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, and then I have a series of notifications. The first one is an Act 14, 67, and 68 notification from Dyson Helmy Engineering, water quality management permit for a small flow facility treatment in Westmead Township. Second one is notification from Blue Acres with the intent to submit a Chapter 105 restoration permit application for Conneaut Creek tributary restoration in Summerhill Township. And the last one is an Act 14 notification from National Fuel for General Permit 5, replacement of existing distribution line on South Watson Run Road in Vernon Township.
Right, any questions for Gina? All right, just for information, next meeting will be January 12th, a full session. The courthouse will be closed Monday, January 17th for Martin Luther King Day. Then the next work session will be the 19th, the next full session the 26th. Any public comment? Commissioner comments? Commissioner Sopp?
No, nothing for me today, thank you.
Commissioner Wiederspan on the phone, anything for you?
I just regret that I can't be there today to wish Gail well in her last attendance to our meeting and wrapping up her career at Crawford County in Human Services. I think it goes without needing to be said, but I'll say it anyway. Gail's been a great asset to this county and what she's done for the clients that they serve and service to this county, and I appreciate all she's done and wish her well as she begins her new chapter in her retirement life.
Gina, do you have any extra comments to add? Because I know you might.
I am just going to miss her like crazy, and what a phenomenal asset she's been not only to Human Services, but to all of us, her fellow employees in this county. She's the first one to step up when anybody is in need of anything, support, friendship, anything, and it's just going to be such a loss for us all around. I'll miss you.
I'll come to a meeting just to see you all.
That'd be nice. We don't get many visitors, just Mr. Gushert. Nothing against him, but, okay. The only thing I would say is we are working on a testing avenue for COVID. We know there's a lot of requirements for people to go back to college, to go back to work, based on the CDC guidelines, and we think that if not through the laboratory that the Department of Health contracts with, we're working with our own. So just be patient. I'm hoping to know more today or tomorrow, and we would get that up and running for the county. They certainly need that right now. It's hard to find any tests. So.
And I would just add to that if I can. If you go get tested, be kind to the staff where you're getting tested. They have just been inundated with people needing tests, and they're working as quickly and as efficiently as they can to get you a result. So it's not their fault. So be a little nicer to them, if you would, please.
Yeah, and add to that, there are tests. There's a potential for a testing site in Mercer County through the Department of Health as well, which obviously people can travel to. We're still waiting for that location. I've actually emailed the executive of Erie County to ask him about testing sites. Somebody asked me clarification this morning whether or not those sites are potentially used for Crawford County residents as well. I didn't want to step on the executive, especially in this first week, in regards to telling people that, so we're looking into that information as well. If not any other information, we will see you next week. Thank you.